Hey, what's happening, Gothamites? K-Wing here, and today's Bat News is all about me? Nani? More right after this. Well, viral stuff is very interesting this day and age. Sometimes unintentional things that you don't want to get attention, and things you want to get attention never do. So that is the joy of the internet. Just what am I talking about? Okay, so apparently I am the basis for a rumor that the Batman skin is coming to Fortnite. The Batman skin, based on the new movie that is getting amazing reviews right now, tons of traction, and it's going to be one of the biggest things that Warner Brothers has done in years. So it would make sense that a Fortnite skin would be coming. So how did this all happen, though? Am I the one who created this rumor? Not necessarily. I heard it from someone else who works with Warner Brothers and is the same person who told me that Deathstroke was coming to Fortnite several months before he released. Now, originally, when I talked about Deathstroke and Robin coming out, I think it was 6 months before he came out in June of 2021, there were some people dismissing me, some people saying it was never going to happen, and then when Deathstroke released, some people were kind of like, well, he was right about that, but no Robin. However, the Deathstroke connected to Fortnite was still the Teen Titans pack. Why they never released Robin, I'll never know. But it is what it is. Sometimes you're right on the nail with things, and other times you're not. I broke the news that Tim Drake was going to be changed 6 months before it happened. People dismissed me, said it was never going to happen, never going to break up with Stephanie. They broke up. I broke the news that Keaton was coming back as Batman. People said it would never happen. He's 70 years old. 6 months later, he came. So, like I said, my track record with this stuff is always pretty good, but most of the times I'm like a ghost. Like, nobody pays attention to what I say, and it just, I say what I say, I make the videos for my core audience. That's pretty much all I do. I don't really care about what Twitter thinks and, all these crazy forums and whatever. I was talking to my viewers about a funny story that I heard because I thought I was being approached for Injustice 2 Mobile, like another promotional thing, because, as you guys know, Injustice Mobile has released skins for Gal Gadot on Wonder Woman. They've done stuff for the 2017 Justice League movie, for Batman, Flash, Aquaman, Superman, and others. They did Man of Steel. They did the Suicide Squad. I believe they did the newest Suicide Squad, but I'm not sure because I haven't done a promotional thing with Injustice 2 Mobile for some time. So someone who was attached to, we'll say, a part of Warner Brothers reached out to me, and they were saying how the Batman skin was coming, and if I was excited. Now, originally I thought, okay, this is either for Injustice 2 Mobile, or this is for Arkham Knight, because there was this whole big thing about Arkham Knight, a rumor going around from the Arkham community that the Batman skin was coming for that. And I was one of those people like, no, that's never going to happen, because they use Spider-Man as a basis for that, being like, well, Spider-Man released the No Way Home skins in the Marvel Spider-Man game, but they released it for the 2020 remaster game. Arkham Knight, as far as I know, I could be wrong, the last update was in 2017. Maybe. Rough estimate. I'm not entirely sure because I was never one of those guys that got all the updates dates correct. Like, I would get to an update a few days or something after it released because I was so busy on my other channel. So, I'm not really one for one when all the updates happen with Arkham Knight. But knowing people involved with Rocksteady and that they're heavily developing the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I'm really leaning toward that there will be no Arkham Knight skin for the Batman because the game is just too old. And I know people don't want to hear that. It makes them sad, but that's just how it is. The possibility of it being in Injustice 2 might still be there, but what really threw me for a loop is talking with this person and them saying, oh, this is for Fortnite. And I'm like, what? I mean, it makes sense. They're doing a lot of movie promotions lately. They have some skins for DC. They have a lot of skins for Marvel. So it was just kind of like, okay, well, and I have some people on my Twitter that like Fortnite. So I was like, hey, for you guys, supposedly there's a Batman skin coming for Fortnite. I mean, I might have said it a bit more extreme, like, hey, the Batman skin is coming soon or something like that. Which, I mean, it could come out this week, could come out next week, could be next month, it could be when the movie comes out on DVD. There's no way of knowing. The ball is in Warner Brothers' court. Now for the legal stuff. I had no intention of leaking something this major if it comes out. I was just talking with my audience. I'm under no NDA anymore for Warner Brothers. That expired, I believe, it was about 3 years ago. And I haven't signed anything for Gotham Knights. I don't think I'm going to. I don't even think I'll be working with Gotham Knights, like for any promotional stuff, because I don't run in those circles anymore. So the chances of them actually working with me again, very, very slim. Now, I can still get whatever info I want all the time. If people actually follow my Twitter, not really an industry leaker, I'm a reporter. So I get information, and then I report on it. So sometimes the information is legit, other times not so much. But like I said, my track record, like me or not, is pretty spot on. So you can dislike me, you can dislike my politics, but you can't dislike my intel. I mean, you could. There are people that are very judgmental about that, but I'm just honestly surprised that this happened the way it did, because I wasn't expecting it. And, I guess that's what it is with this kind of stuff. I mean, I would have preferred some of the things I've reported on the Batgirl movie, or some of the things I've talked about Gotham Knights, the story, the people writing it, things attached to it like that. Nope. Nobody cares. But Fortnite, everybody loses their minds. It's just kind of crazy. Of course, I'll look at the skin if it comes out. I don't have anything against Fortnite. I look at the game on occasion. But I just thought it was kind of interesting to talk about my perspective of being in Batman news, even though technically it's Fortnite news. But so many people are running with this. If they release the skin, cool. I have no way of knowing. I'm just taking it from the guy who told me, because he was the person who told me about Deathstroke, and I was kind of like, really? Deathstroke is coming into this? Now, it's been some time since the last DC character has dropped, and it would make sense to have Batman, Catwoman, and probably the Riddler, as they would fit the style of Fortnite stuff. But most likely they'll release a Marvel character this week. If they do a DC character, probably be later in March, and it probably would be Batman. I mean, that's a given, unless DC is dumb and they're going to do something else. But I would expect to see a lot more DC content in Fortnite, like collaborations, as people say, because it's a great advertising opportunity for Warner Brothers and DC Films and stuff like that. It doesn't cost too much for them to have their character added into this. But, it would be a pretty monumental thing if it happened. I probably shouldn't have jumped the gun and said it's going to happen this week or next week, because I'm hearing that there's a Marvel character from people who actually give me intel about like the new characters several days in advance. Like, they're DMing me. They're like, no, it's going to be Miles Morales or somebody else. But, they have heard about the Batman thing. They just don't know when it's going to happen. Like, there hasn't been any data mining. So, well, we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to report on myself, I guess. This is kind of a weird sensation. It'll never happen again. I'm a ghost. I'm like a shadow that blends in. I tell you guys what's going on, and then I just go back to my Let's Play channel, or just, randomly do stuff on Twitter. But, my intel speaks for itself, so we'll see what happens. It could release. Warner Brothers could, out of spite, like, put the character not out. I could get a, what do they call it, a DMCA for unintentionally doing something. There's all kinds of things that could happen. I don't think so. I mean, WB and I have like this love-hate relationship, at least Warner Pictures. It's part of the reason why my news and my reviews are very bare bones, just like talking over like backgrounds and stuff like that. Because whenever I release, I know it's petty, but they do it. Whenever I release a video that has footage from movies or films or TV, I either get a copyright strike, copyright warning, or I have my video removed or blocked or partially blocked. So part of the reason why I stopped doing certain movie content and talking about DC films and DC animation, other than in just news format like this, is because, one, I don't make any money, and two, they go out of their way to either censor me or pull my video before it gets any traction. So I've been basically just sidelined to doing game-related stuff for Batman. But I have a lot of cool stuff coming out for Gotham Knights. Shameless plug. I've been waiting 2 years to release a lot of different lores that I've done in Batgirl, Nightwing stories, Red Hood, Tim Drake, and it just didn't feel appropriate to use Arkham Knight footage because, I mean, come on. I've milked this game for as much as possible, It's just kind of like the backdrop for my new stuff now. But anyway, now I want to hear from all of you. Do you think that the Batman skin is coming to Fortnite sometime in March? Or do you think that my intel is wrong? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll be streaming different things over on my Let's Play channel. I hope to get to Elden Ring sometime this week, because I've really been itching to play it. I just haven't had time. But I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. People that are quoting me as the legitimate source for this, it's kind of cool. But just keep all rumors with a grain of salt. I did hear it secondhand from someone, so it could happen. It could not. We'll find out. But I'm leaning towards that the Batman will be coming to Fortnite sometime this year. Most likely in March, because it would make sense for a marketing point of view, because the Batman is going to be huge. But you don't have to hear me tell you that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. And until we meet again, Gothamites, God bless. Happy gaming. Keep it locked here for your #1 intel on all things Batman in the movies, TV, video games, and occasionally comics. See ya.